We back? Okay, it looks like we're back. So, um, about that, what had happened was when I tried to, tab back into the game, it just had a black screen, as you probably saw. And then I waited a bit, and then everything started slowing down, including when you probably saw the stream disconnecting, OBS saying the video encoder was overloaded, probably because the other thing was consuming the entire CPU's resources. Tried to open Task Manager. That didn't work. Task Manager stopped responding. So we got to hard reboot, push the power button on our computer to get back, which is always fun. So it's going to be just a second here as I restore all the windows and all that I had open. And we're going to play a different game. Which game are we going to play? I have not figured it out yet, but that was something special right there, let me tell you. So, you know what? I know what we're doing. I don't want to start another historical game, so we're going to go this route. We're going to do that. We're going to bring this over here. We're going to bring this over here. And no. This gets smaller. That gets bigger. Yes. Aha. We're making progress. Not the most progress, but some progress. Yes, do that. Bring this over here. Yes. Okay, alright. Thank you. We're hitting DDO. Why? Because. Okay, we just need to update some stream information stuff. There we go. Change that. Change category. That one. Oh, we need to fix our audio as well. Let me get you some DDO audio. And over here. Let that load. Edit Darkstone. Crashed. So comfort video time. Do. There we go. Save that. This is all the logistical stuff that I would usually do before stream. Alright. Okay. You should probably be good now. How's our audio balance looking? Audio balance is looking alright. Do some rolls. And let's get down to business. Alright. Now, where were we? We're level 6. We're a little ways into level 6. So I guess... Where do we want to hit? You know what? We'll do the depths chain. It's been a bit since I've done depths. So, we're going to head over that way. I know that Twitch is like, this isn't a reconnected stream. This is a new stream, so I need to run ads again. So it's running ads again. So it'll be a sec before we zone in, but that's fine. We'll go gather the quests, get buffs, and we'll be ready to go once people get back. Alright. But it does give me more time to eat my snack that I got during our last ad break that Twitch decided to just not count because it's just like, but you ended stream. You were gone for like a minute and a half. And so I forgot that you just showed people ads. It's just like, come on, Twitch. Stop it. You're being annoying. Alright, so let's take a quick look at things like our gear, see what we can see. How's our inventory space? Not much. We need to clear some bag space. Darkstone? Did I misspell it, or are you just mocking it? No, it looks like fine. Okay, but yes. Welcome in, Thievish. That's right. We're double streaming tonight in that we're having 2 streams because the first one crashed because the game decided to eat the PC. So we're not starting that game back up. We're doing something else. It has been banished. It shan't be reopened. Because while it was okay, it is not okay enough for me to be okay with it just breaking things. There we go. Clear inventory space, repair things, and we're good to go. If the PC was eaten, then it shouldn't be around anymore. It got better. It's like the time I was turned into a newt. Sometimes things happen, but you know, you recover. All right. There we go. Great oozes, which of course don't take fire damage, which means they take very little damage from me. Unfortunately for them, very little damage from me is still more than enough to kill them. So we're explored. And there we go. Done. Hellhounds are also immune to fire. It does not matter. And this is what makes this chain actually better than a lot of others. Like, do the quests individually give that much XP? No. But the entrance to one quest is at the end of the previous quest. So you can just go straight from one to the other with no downtime. And no downtime makes a huge difference. So down we go. Huge violet slime. Just as dead as everything else. But yeah, these quests are pretty old content, so they're pretty easy, all things considered. Now, there is some stuff in this last room that can wreck you. There are some casters up on the ledge that can drop flame strikes, and that can hurt a lot if you're not expecting it, or if you're a lower powered character. But we don't have to worry about that. We have long since power crept this type of dungeon. So we can just kind of go. Right. Excellent. We did not get interrupted. And we can use our little leap ability to get around the fact that you get slowed down when you're walking through the running water. And we even do extra damage to trolls because fire. So, we've gone from kind of awkward top-down 3D old school game to kind of awkward other games. Just like, yes, we've reached modern gaming. We've gone from a game in 1999 to a game from 2006. And granted, there were a lot of improvements over that time. Most notably, I think possibly, is not the local hardware, but the network situation. Because between 1999 and 2006, broadband became much more standard. Like in 99, you're still got a lot of people on dial-up. But by 2006, dial-up is pretty well gone for most people. So, it had a much bigger rise of online gaming during that time period. And of course, just graphics in general. Because I believe DDO is still on the original engine. So, while I'm sure they've updated textures and all since then, this is all still original engine stuff at a gap of 7 years between the game we were just playing and this one. Which, granted, is pretty big, especially if we go like, alright, well, what was the difference in 7 years for the last one? It's like, oh, well, that's 92 to 99. And there was likewise a pretty big jump from 1992 to 1999. I'm trying to think, what games did we do for 92? A10 Tank Killer was 91. We did Angband for 93, but that's not really fair. Angband wasn't trying to do graphic stuff. So it's not really a good comparison for that type of thing. Hope we don't get earth grabbed. We have pretty good saves, but you never know. Because earth grab has like basically infinite range. Yeah, see? We just made a save on it, even though we were nowhere near the guy. But okay. Here we are. You know, now that I think about it, it's kind of surprising I haven't had more, like, major technical issues playing some of these older games. Like, oftentimes, if I'm having issues, it happens off-stream where I'm trying to set things up and make sure stuff's ready, but having stuff, like, actually crash and all is something that I guess I should have been expecting more of. I'll have to make sure I have backup plans in place more readily. That said, I think this is a perfectly fine backup plan. I'm enjoying it, at least. Alright, so we did that. It was good for, like, our A rank. And I guess we now go to... Three-Barrel Cove? Feywild? Yeah, maybe we skip directly to Feywild. It's like, are we under level for Feywild? Yes. Am I worried about that as a problem? No. Alright, here we go. Hut to Beyond. Or Hut from Beyond. It's really both. It's to and from. Venture into the Feywild. Yes. Though now that I'm considering it, the title is not technically correct. It didn't hard crash the PC. It locked it up and I had to hard reboot it. Like, hard crash the PC would mean it rebooted on its own. But it locked it up enough that we had a task manager not responding. So I think that's close enough. Even if it's not technically correct. Anytime your task manager is not responding, then you got some problems. So, I guess we haven't talked about builds or anything yet, so we did Arcane Trickster, we finished Arcane Trickster off, we finished our last Dhampir racial life as Arcane Trickster off on Sunday, and we rerolled to this, which is Warlock. Because we went for kind of a comfort thing. We are doing our Eladrin racial lives, which is the last set of racial lives I have to do. The downside to this is I am unlikely to finish all 3 of them before the next expansion pack comes out, and it's just like, well, no racial completionist for you. We added a new race. So, we'll have to deal with that. But we'll still get our past life bonuses anyway.
You awake from your unexpected slumber. At first, things seem as before. You're still at Winwood Hall, and Melody is still standing beside the bed. Then you realize that Lord Arden is missing, and so are the flower and the loot you need for the ritual. Melody begins speaking in a familiar voice.
Lord Arden's true name? Of course I know it. But it's for me to know and for you to never.
Alright, so we're just gonna try to run without stopping and just kind of chain shape everything down as we go. Sneaky Bear, Angry Bear, Wise Bear. This is the real power of Warlock, is their ability to just level without stopping. Like, you don't need to gather stuff up to AoE, you don't need to line stuff up for line attacks. You have a very, very effective plan of just run forward and hold down your Eldritch Blast button, and it'll just work.
Magical talking bears, no doubt. This is the Feywild, after all. You've recovered the frosted cerise for the ritual. You spot movement underneath the bridge. Moving closer, you see a nasty-looking troll guarding the missing loot. Bits of troll and drops of its blood splash into the river as the battle progresses.
Off we go.
The bits grow rapidly.
We aggroed things.
Bridge trolls that join the fight. You've recovered Pearson's loot for the ritual. You've recovered both the loot and the frosted cerise. Now, where has
So yeah, normally I would try to avoid pulling these things because, you know, you don't want to stop to fight them. But we don't stop to fight them. We just keep moving forward. We keep on keeping on. Flameborn. Come on, her worldly shadow.
The pixie
Oh, we will stop for remnant chest, though. That is something that we will stop for.
A portal opens as the pixie collapses. In his last moments, he says,
haven't won yet. You still need the
Now, it is unfortunate that hags are immune to fire, so we don't hurt her very much.
And find yourself
But she doesn't hurt us very much either, so
Yet that appears to
we
be
just
Lord
chill
Orion's
and
resting place ahead.
keep on blasting.
Between you and Lord Orion stands Cadence the Hag. She must have been disguised as Melody the Apothecary.
Death to the hag?
at the time.
Well,
Cadence
yes.
prepares for
To some hags, at least.
damned adventurers never know
The
when
green hags in the Feywild, yes.
should have seen that you can't trust a pixie to do a hag's work.
Cadence finishes her conjuration.
Burn both
Slimes
roots and
emanating
all.
Rigid mist suddenly appear nearby.
You killed my sister, so I'll have to make do with these vile cauldron leftovers. I wouldn't go anywhere near them personally now. Be a dear and die for good this time.
Alright. Also, welcome in, Sarian.
Cadence tries to surrender.
Alright, that's
You finally hit cap on tank. Now you're just the Gimp tank. I see.
Make a deal.
You've
Well, I
learned
hope you
to
can manage to
decide
tank
what
all of those
wants
Gimps.
to live.
And personally, I can't handle more than like 2 Gimps at a time, but I'm sure that you far surpass mine with your
And repeat the
committed
steps
Gimp
to
tank
reverse
build.
the curse. First, play the lute. Then
So why were you leveling a tank? Just to have one in general? Are you doing... Are you setting up for Axel's Raid Fest? That's coming up soon-ish, I think? Like, is there a specific goal for this tank besides just to have it? Which reminds me, I should probably level mine. I have a First Life Pally tank who I barely ever log on to, by which I mean I have still not gotten him to level cap. Well, rather new level cap. I got him to old level cap, and then I never played him to get from 32 to 34. So, at some point later this year, I'll probably have to get him up to 36. Next update for new past lives isn't for a while, so you're just doing raid for missing things. Oh, makes sense.
A curious tree stands here by itself. A single, brilliantly red apple hangs
Bluff.
from one of its branches.
Perform.
The tree itself seems to sigh
Excellent.
as you
Apple.
finish your song. Its branches
Got a few pieces of gear and missing things today.
Dogs
Excellent.
at your feet. The sprawling
I'm trying to think what I got on my tank that was like a chase item.
Lord Xavier will likely be found inside. Lady White Lily has
It's, let's see. I got the Heart of Sulamatis. I think that's like the
Yet, in the Feywild,
only like good item that my
strange
tank has. Everything else is just random like Sharn and Feywild gear. It's like it's good enough for random pug stuff that just needs someone to tank stuff.
It gapes at you with a big, toothy grin and speaks.
Alright, stone.
I am Riddlelock. Come, let us talk.
Now we wait for the guy to spawn. Seasoned boots, Fallen Age tower shield, Crown Blade heavy armor. Nice, okay. And I tried to mount. Mounting doesn't work here. It feels like outside, but we are inside a quest, so we cannot mount. I do have seasoned boots. I don't think I have Fallen Age tower shield.
Cowers at the back of this smithy, surrounded by menacing redcaps. Your instincts
Is there a
won't have
reason
long to
that
live
you
unless intervene.
do Fallen Age as opposed to Golden Age? Just like availability, you don't have the Fallen Age stuff to turn in? Or is there a stats difference that actually makes Fallen Age better than Golden Age in this case? Oh, you just don't have Golden Age yet? That makes sense. But hey, that means you got relatively lucky to actually get a Fallen Age tower shield. As opposed to... Wait, no, I take that back. The shields, as I recall, because did farm one out, the shields do have specific drop points, unlike the various weapons that are just randomized.
Peculiar dog guards this door. All
I remember that because for the last hardcore league, I farmed up a shield. Yeah, common from Portal. Yeah, I remember that I farmed up a shield for myself, but there's a problem with that.
One of them holds up a hand to hail.
The shields are made of metal, and I was a Blightcaster druid, so I brought in multiple ults to farm up a shield so I could get the HP bonus on my hardcore character, only to be like, oh wait, that doesn't work at all. I can't even wear this shield because of Druidic Oath. Oops. It was unfortunate. Let that be a reminder. If you want to farm gear, make sure you can actually wear that gear first. We're up to 6,800 in health. That's a lot of health. Presumably that's just like standing, hanging around in town, not even like in Reaper or anything. So that's pretty solid.
More red caps. These look like they have fresh blood on their weapons. Most of these Eladrin appear to be
Actually, the typing on the shield is a legendary bonus, right? So you don't have to grab, what is it, Titan's Blood? Like, because there is a feat for that. But if you don't need that feat, then but if you get it from gear, then you don't need it. Yeah, okay. Oh, that is in Reaper, okay.
But your precious Greymoss is dead.
So will you just go for like stuff like legendary toughness, or...
Who told you?
Yeah, it's been a while since I looked at the epic feats for tanks. Like, obviously you get stuff like Deific Warding. It's just like, it's free real estate. Deific Warding, probably legendary toughness, because it's a ton of health. So we're like 4 pieces of heroic gear? Oh, that's really gimped. And here I was thinking, it's just like, I'm wearing 4-piece winter set. Was gimped. Just like, mine at least I've got, at least I have gear of the right level. Or rather, I have gear at outdated level caps, but they are at a level cap. Alright, which one is the real one? Nope, you're glowing green. That's the wrong one. We're taking a lot of damage here, actually.
The hag dies, screeching to the last.
Alright.
After a moment,
Do that.
the
Do that.
rises to his feet.
Your trinket is heroic gem of many facets.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's a little old. Are your other pieces, like 2 pieces in heroic, to get the set bonuses from that? Because you'd think at this point you'd be able to get solar and lunar gems to get better. It's actually just a dead item slot? Oh, that's unfortunate. I have enough, like, random... Actually, no, I take that back. I was going to say I have enough random crap lying around, but I was thinking about that including raid gear. And the raid gear is bound to character, so I can't really use that very efficiently on a different character, because I literally cannot hand it over. Because I have things like... out of the Feywild raid, I think, I have one of the big Intimidate trinkets. Or is that a necklace?
Satyr calls to you as you enter the courtyard. Hello there. Welcome to our revels. There's food, gin and drink, well, everywhere. Make yourself at home, and don't forget to pour one out for our dear host, the Lord Arthur. May his slumbers be peaceful.
Alright, magic seeds.
Suggests that this room is the conservatory. A note next to the sack of seeds reads, Slate.
Aw, acid arrow. That's gonna keep me from opening a door, isn't it? Or not, it doesn't last very long. Oh, key is in here. Excellent.
This large key is labeled
Tarnished Springhouse key.
It seems someone was trying to hide it.
Ooh. That was a beefy magic missiles. We just took like 75 damage.
It's surprising to find a large, well-stocked library in a house given over to an endless party. It's even more surprising to find a sphinx sitting in the middle of it.
Alright, we grab the sign.
Water gushes up
Grab
from
the
ground
flashboom
and
powder.
forming a large pool.
Plant seeds.
This must be the cascading spring the house is named after. This large barrel is marked flashboom powder in large letters.
There we go.
In even larger letters
And off we go.
below, the words,
Ooh.
"Keep away from
It's like, ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
flowering weeds spring up
Except
the
it's
instant you
remnants.
cast the magic seeds on the ground. The
We
twisting
should get a shield, night
suck
shield
up
quickie for heroics at least.
water nearby, leaving cascading
Yeah,
springs dry as a
I kind of cheaped out on it, mostly because it was just like, I'll just grab the immunity from Acolyte of the Skin,
The careless satyr swings his torch too
and then I haven't grabbed the immunity from Acolyte of the Skin yet. So, oops.
It's a simple task to remove the signs. The satyrs are still distracted by the recent fireworks. You deftly replace the cottage sign with the sign from the
It was just like,
seething with anger. The
I
master
took
of the
the
rebels reluctantly agrees.
resist bypass first.
A deal's a deal. It's
Until you get the sometimes mobs will spam it. You've been 100-0 in like half second because you get spammed. Yeah, especially the champions that do extra damage on hit and it just procs on all of the missiles. It's a fun time.
finally ended.
Now, fortunately, because this character is so well established and kitted out with past lives, I've got a lot of health as a kind of a safety buffer. So even if I take a big burst, I'm unlikely to die. But as you said, it is definitely still possible that I die. But you know, maybe that makes it just a bit more interesting.
You enter the grove the villager told
At
you
level 7, you have 600 in Feywild. Orion get basically insta-killed. Yeah, I know.
voice calls as you approach.
I'm saying it's unlikely. I'm pretty sure I said that specifically. It's like, it's very unlikely, but I know it's definitely possible. Alright. Oh, that's right. I do have web. I know how to shot web,
The night
which is very handy here.
Talk to me about
To your surprise, spindly legs rise from the dirt, and the windmill lurches forward.
Because while it's immune to a lot of things, the summoned topiary lions are not immune to web.
Gemstone seems to be protecting this
Ow, and I cast it too soon.
The windmill
Had to rely on ye old body block.
spells. The gemstone cracks, and the windmill shudders.
It might be too far away.
Gemstone
No, it was not too far away. Okay, is the third one here or over here again? I think it's over here again, right? Maybe? There it is. Boom.
once more. The windmill rumbles
You actually did get truly one-shot by magic missile one. It was a Flameborn.
brought to life. Seems
Also got one-shot by the
left
fire aura from her... Wait, by just the aura from her fire elemental.
says.
Still, you came to my aid in the end.
I don't recall the aura on fire elementals
Why?
hitting multiple times.
But speak with me if you'd like to help a little further. Somehow, I fear the culprit is still nearby.
So like,
It's not clear whether this
I think they've since fixed the whole demon soul thing, right?
or just
I think you still take damage per tick on multi-hit spells, but I don't think it full stacks dots anymore. Like, I think they patched that out a while back.
within the distance.
I mean, they still hurt a lot, but they're not as brutal as they used to be.
And snow covers the ground. Whatever caused
This was a couple years ago? Yeah, makes sense.
in the climate, surely.
But yeah, the fire element one I think is the weirder one. Now, the water elementals, when they're casting Frost Lance, that's another one that, like magic missiles, can light you up if they have any sort of on-hit damage effects. It's just like, yeah, what are we going to do? We're going to hit you with 5 shots of this, and it's going to do like 10 damage each. Alright, so that's 50 damage. And each time I hit you, it's also going to do 30 of another damage type. It's like, oh. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
You have arrived at Bitterspine Palace. Home
Alright, off we go.
of the Prince of Frost's vassals. You proceed with caution. Whether you're expected by the Baroness or not, the Prince of Frost's cold reputation is known throughout
So,
the
come on.
The Prince of
Now I'm
Frost
just trying to open doors here, and you're getting in the way.
in the crowded ball.
And by you, I mean
Baroness
the
beside you.
edge of the wall.
However, the third
It's very in the way.
Dare stands empty. The air chills as the Archfey points a finger toward you.
Hi.
Disturbed me with your presence, Outlander.
If I may, my prince, says the Baroness, a connection in the summer court sent word of the Outlander's arrival.
Go.
I have
Remnants.
granted them an audience with you.
Lever.
I assure you, they will not disturb
And off we go. Step
you.
2.
Told that Osha loathes
And upstairs it
parties
is.
such as this one.
It's
He's like
it's actually kind of funny for me going from
perhaps out on the
like
windward balcony.
a game I have never played before and was like reading the manual to start with to just get an idea of how to play it.
Not to allow anyone into
And then that game crashes
However,
and like I have to hard restart my computer, like physically hit the power button. And it's just like, you know what? Now instead, I'm going to be on a game that I know so many mechanics about. I won't say all the mechanics because there are a bunch of mechanics that I don't know, but a game I am incredibly familiar with and know almost everything that's going on with what I'm doing. It's just quite the change to go back and forth between the two scenarios.
from the dim gems on either side, you can see that it has been sealed to prevent guests from following Osha outside.
Alright, grab that. And because we are in Reaper, we have infinite health and mana by virtue of the fact that we're going
Turns around,
in and out of different zones.
rejected sigh. Osha
It's just
hands
like, how much would you like to get healed every time you just walk through a door? 100?
center of the Aurora
Cool.
Garden, but warns you not to let the true nature of your visit become gossip fodder for the other guests.
Oh, I should probably turn that off. I don't need that anymore.
You step out into the snowy garden. A peculiar patch of
Having the
grass grows in
actual
the center, along with a flower.
ad countdown on stream is something I only really use
The flower crumples away into
when
the
there's
palm
a
of your hand.
basically when there is a game that is stopping me from seeing it on the normal
The
dashboard.
flower glows blindingly for a moment.
I would like to at some point make it
A shockwave
as part of the stream that kind of blends in a little more. I haven't quite gotten the CSS how I want it so that it looks semi-normal
to your
or at
surprise,
least
the
fits
ball
in with
is
my
now
other
covered
color
with
schemes
vines and familiar
instead of just being there and being an annoyingly bright yellow.
Those flowers a millennia ago. Now they're everywhere.
snarls the Prince of Frost.
I also want to change the phrasing on it to like not necessarily call it an ad break because while that is one of the things it is a break when Twitch runs ads.
Lazuli informs you that the
I like to think about it more as an opportunity to take better care of ourselves, which is
she knows who can
why I brand it that way.
the
Like,
snowdrift.
well, yes,
Hidden social butterfly
it is
in Frost's court.
that exact length of time because that matches how long Twitch wants you to run ads in order to not give you pre-rolls.
Bottle of
But also, it's just like, you know what?
you out of this crowd of adoring
We're getting a little older. It's good for us to stand up at least for a couple minutes an hour and stretch our legs so we don't get blood clots and stuff. So, I like to see it as an opportunity. And also, you know, because I'm old, I remember watching television. Yes, that's right, television, broadcast, network TV. And there were these things called commercial breaks. And unlike things like live streams, when you have a commercial break, you don't miss anything. Like, the show picks up exactly where it was when you left. Which is really why ads suck really, really hard on live content, because, well, you miss things. And no one likes that. Which is why, instead of just saying, well, sorry guys, this is what Twitch wants me to do, so I'll see you later, it's like, no, we will pause the stream. I will take a break while you take a break, and we can all not miss anything. You like missing things? It keeps you humble? I see. So when they said to tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, you were like, no, I'm fine.
At the base of the stairs that lead to the Prince of Frost's quarters. This must
Or something like that.
The mysterious newcomer you're looking for.
Excuse me. I just like when people ignore me for a little while. Like, that's just my thing.
So she can help you search for clues about the
But, you know, if it is, more power to you.
A growth of blossoming vines has sprung up around the door. When you get close,
Don't know why I'm coughing. Alright. Vine blights, go away.
Dame Allegra stands in the center of the
Oh, look. We get to fight another green hag. Who's going to not take much damage from us.
It was good fun.
Legendary VOD, fingers crossed for Trinket.
Gloomy Prince
Ah.
always entertained
Yeah, Vision of Destruction. At first I was like, do you mean Vaughn? It's like, no, Vision of Destruction. For the Trinket, yes. It's a nice trinket.
caused such trouble for the gatekeepers back in Storm Reach.
Happy to see me, dearie. Good. It'll be for the last.
It's interesting how little fire damage we're doing, despite the fact that we even have the Acolyte of the Skin resist bypass. It's just like,
With a mad
we did
cackle, she vanishes.
our fire damage was still cut down so much. I wonder if they have percentage resistance instead of flat resistance, so it doesn't work against it.
The mass of flowers and vines crumbles into ash, yet it leaves behind one last frosted cerise flower. You pluck the frosted cerise flower from the
Okay,
stem.
Nocturne Ring.
This time, the bloom stays in the palm of your hand, instead of crumpling away into nothing.
Nothing really
Return to the
good.
Baroness to tell her what happened. You notice a bizarre painting depicting the wintertide.
Alright. Quid
To
pro
your
quo.
surprise,
This is where it would be really beneficial if I had opted to, you know,
the ballroom itself.
run with a group.
Though the prince himself would never admit to it, the Baroness tells you he is in your debt for thwarting the Night Hag's scheme.
Alright.
And now that you have the frosted cerise, you're one step closer to waking Lord Arden.
The Prince of Frost glowers
Alright, let's take another
down
look at our
you.
build here, shall we, while we wait for him to talk about things.
The Prince
Alright,
of
so we
Frost
get Tainted Scholar to get Utter Dark Blast and Chain Shape and the dice.
down at you.
Oh, we're on level 6. We could have taken Staunch. I always just enter quests as public LFMs? Yeah. So do I if I'm not on stream. On stream, I like to take into consideration that, as I was just talking about with like stream breaks and all, I don't want to tell people I'm grouped with, oh no, we're taking a break on stream now. So,
The Prince
I'm
of
more
Frost
likely to
is
solo
scared.
on
A
stream,
trio of
but yeah,
warriors
likewise, if I'm just
die.
playing normal, yeah, I just have public LFM almost always. Just because
You've arrived
there's
at
very
Prince of
little
Frost's
potential downside there, to be
favorite
real.
venues.
It's like,
He demands that you
there's the
remove creatures
occasional
that seem to have made their home
issue
inside
where,
the
like, if a quest has a gather mechanic,
throughout the amphitheater.
or at least there's like at one point where a guy joined, he's like, I start waiting for him.
You skillfully
And this
tend to the
was...
griffin's wounds. In
Which
time,
quest was it?
the
It was the quest down in the mine
returns
in
to
Three Barrel
their
Cove.
usual lairs.
And dude doesn't show up for over 10
The
minutes.
amphitheater can
It's just
now
like,
return to
I was
regular
waiting for
use.
you,
That takes care of one
and
Prince
you
of
like
Frost.
decided to go take a shower instead of coming to the
Then a
quest.
vicious voice calls out,
Like, I don't expect you to prioritize video games in your life, but I, as the human being, don't like being made to wait. It's just rude.
The base held by the rebel bandits. The Prince of Frost wants you to retrieve a wine chalice that they stole.
It doesn't matter that it's in a video game or like in person for something. If there is still a person waiting for you either way, and you are making that human being is being made to wait for you because you're just like not bothering to even head that direction. Yeah, I think I've gotten a little bit more, we'll say, aggressive about it. But yeah, because that was kind of a one-off. That's very uncommon. But yeah, it's like, I'm doing you a solid here by waiting for you. I would appreciate the same courtesy in response. And likewise, you know, because this is a standard that I hold myself to. Like, if someone's waiting for me, I'm gonna, you know, have a little pep in my step there, you know? If someone waves you across the road, you don't just, like, walk across as slowly as possible. You do that little awkward, like, half-run, skip-jog thing, and as you wave at them, so they know that, you know, you're not being a dick about it, and you appreciate them looking out for you. You know, basic social constructs. Contracts? I think basic social contract would be more appropriate there. You don't mind waiting for someone on your way, but if you're in the bank and check your mail, yeah. Is he gonna see me? Ooh, close. Social etiquette, yes. I don't want to wait for these guys to walk all the way. It'll be faster to fight. He's Flameborn, and we're still not doing much damage. Ooh, remnant chest. You're playing a warlock anyway? Yeah, but it's chain shave. It's not the same. Also, where the hell is the boss? Like the red name here. Oh, does she not spawn until I grab the chalice?
This is the missing wine chalice that the Prince of Frost requested.
It's like, I even set off the alarms. She should definitely be here.
The bandit leader calls out.
Oh, now she spawns. What took you so long?
Now find the intruders and kill them.
Swear to God, if she doesn't spawn and therefore the quest isn't completable because I can't kill her to take down the barriers, I'm going to be annoyed. Or maybe there isn't a barrier? No, yeah, see, there's the barrier. Oh, she's here. Since when does she spawn here? I thought she spawned in the room with the chalice. Very odd. Oh well. We did take a bunch of damage.
An injured god.
Oh, so yeah. It's like, that's odd.
You there. You have the look of an adventurer. The villagers have been captured and dragged off by those brutish Fomorians.
But it's like,
I'm in no
weird.
shape to do anything about it. Rescue them, please. I beg of you.
But we took a bunch of damage, but it does not matter.
Between the Fomorians. Perhaps there's some way to take advantage of this strife?
But because we're going through portals, and it is on Reaper, we get free healing.
Lurtz considers your words, then gives a single...
Alright. 2 down, 1 to go.
...towards where he last knew his brother to be.
Plague Reaper down. Other things down. Just let Chain Shape do the work.
Lurtz looks you over.
And now we take out the second one, and we're good to go.
So, I might as well add more to my haul.
Then he attacks. The Fomorians have been defeated, and the village is now safe.
Go talk to all of them for cheap little, like, 400 more XP. I wonder if there's a change in where she spawns based on, like, when the alarms are triggered. Just like, I thought that as soon as the alarms went off, she spawned in the room with the chalice, and then you had to fight her there with the crab. But apparently not.
To once again even the scales, the Prince of Frost
How we doing?
agrees to lend
We're
his
not
powers in reaching
that close
Percy's
to cap,
fortress.
so we're good.
You can now proceed
So
with
the
the
plan
final part of
is
your plan, trading
we do the
Percy's
next
meat
one,
for the codex pages.
and then we double recall, we take level, and then we can hit, you know, the last stuff. The last 6 quests? 6 quests.
Snow drifts into the open gateway.
Alright, off we go.
You spot Hirsam, the Prince of Satyrs.
We are going to cast Resist Energy Acid, because some of the acid damage over time effects in here can be pretty unfriendly. And I'll do fire too, just because. There we go. 27 to our fire resist.
Seem very enthusiastic about it. As it happens, I'm about to have a very important meeting here, and I don't wish to be disturbed.
So let's see, what do we do next level? Is it time to start dropping into Soul Eater, or do we want to grab, like, more firepower and magic missile immunity here?
Let's see. Yes, that should do it. Don't bother to get
I think
up
we drop
there.
2 into Night Shield and start in Soul Eater.
Busy schedule.
The bear looks up at you.
I should probably get Stanch too, just because it's incredibly useful.
Grumbles as he opens the gate. The bear agrees to help you find Baron, but first you must bring him 3.
See, there we go. We got hit with Enveloping Swarm already, which can hurt a lot, except we have a bunch of resists up, so it doesn't. What is this? Spear. There we go. Alright. Hello, Chef Tartine.
The gnome baker tells you that he doesn't have any owlbear butter.
Which is different
A
than
gingerbread girl
Chef
that he
Tartine,
created has run off with
which
his
is
entire supply,
a chef
along
that
with a
is
collection of
kind of like stewed and then served with pastry. Like a tart tartare. Tart tartare? Tart tartare? I don't know how to pronounce French words. Tart tartare? I should make one at some point. It's kind of like an apple pie, but different. It's very similar as far as the ingredients and all goes, but the way it gets cooked is different, and then you like flip it upside down. There we go.
what's left of the gingerbread golem
Step
is a
1
huge
complete.
pile of crumbs.
2 steps
With
remain.
these remains, you find a large pot of owlbear butter. The portal flickers to life,
And we go through this
dark
away.
figure steps through.
There you are, Archfey. I have come as you requested. Have you obtained the codex pages?
Again with the Enveloping Swarm, but again with us not taking damage from Enveloping Swarm because we
Gave my hand
had the foresight
but once
to
I was
put up
concealed
resists.
by the enchantment, I was able to make off with the pages and leave those druids none the wiser.
You open the door and step into the massive sky oak, only to find yourself plummeting downward.
Then let us be done with this. Hand over the pages.
Alright.
Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are 2 sides to this deal. And how
Okay,
Can I
very
be
good.
sure that you'll deliver what you've promised?
Oh. Thank you. This goes down. You can actually do this part 2 different ways, I believe. I think the way I'm doing it right now is slower. It's fine, though. We will make do with what we have done. Even if it is not ideal, it is functional. Which is actually what I put in all of my dating profiles. There we go. Did we get it?
A blob of sky oak sap seeps
There we go.
out of the massive tree. You pick up the sticky sap. What could the bear
Fungus.
possibly want with this?
Up we go.
With the branch out of the way, a strong current of
And we
flows out from
navigate
deep
through the
inside
darkness
tree.
using the minimap in the upper right. Because while they have blinded the main screen, they have not blinded the sensors. We have not been jammed. That's how we know we're not dealing with Lone Star.
You wish to transform the entire Feywild.
Because only one man would dare to give me the raspberry.
Return it to what it was before the Eladrin littered courts and palaces. This was once a place touched only by the pure hand of nature.
Nature, yes, you needn't worry about that.
The Feywild battle music is just like so much more in your face than so many other quest packs. I think it's all the horns.
All you need do
Like, I don't know if it's louder or not, but it feels louder.
A massive figure looms in the murk ahead. You found one of the four Mormons.
And that's a Carnage Reaper. I should probably focus that instead of this dude.
You strip the gloves off of the dead
Eh,
four Mormons,
it worked out.
and they immediately shrink down to your size. Their magic, of course.
We are now completely out of our movement abilities. But it's fine. We can take the slow run back. We do not have Dimension Door yet. It'll be quite some time, in fact, because that's a level 4 spell. And, well, we only have level 2s so far. Plus, D-Door isn't the first one I get. We are a Warlock. There is a clear priority for which spell you get as your first level 4 spell, and it's Tentacles. You gotta go for Tentacles first. They're just so strong and slippery and, you know, dexterous. Everyone loves a good tentacle. In fact, there was a whole day for them back in the LucasArts era.
Well and good. But what I need is the key.
The key is my secret.
Let's see. We will avoid the cakes.
You'll receive it when the time is right. We will arrange one more meeting where we'll make our exchange. Yet, as you seem impatient,
And this is one of those quests that you can get kind of screwed over if you're in a group.
corrupted you
Because it's a quest that's like, nope, you have to gather. Gather your party together. It is the only way. And it's just like, oh,
Effective spy.
one person was slow and another person needed to shrine.
I'll find a use
It's gonna take forever.
Don the giant's glove.
Or sometimes it doesn't take forever at all, and just everyone's all here on the same page, and there are no issues.
Bursts into the room, and a voice
Now, this guy can just randomly do a ton of damage. We got lucky that he didn't hit us with it this time, but he's got some sort of negative energy blast attack that can hurt a bunch.
Yet if you fulfill your word, I will fulfill mine. Farewell.
Baron
Alright,
Bittersby
we are
says
double
he knows a
recalling.
secret that
We
can
are
defeat
leveling
You should
because
deliver
we're only
the
one
news
rank
to
off
King
of cap.
Cole. You can
And then
use
we
that
get to hit
information
the
to
tree, the
plan your
thornright,
next
the
move.
swamp, and immortality lessons. I could use some lessons on immortality. I am well trained, but unfortunately there was a typo. I only got immorality lessons, so I'm good at that, but the immortality part still eludes me, unfortunately. Oh, we can cast displacement now, except we don't care because we can already cast displacement. So what do we get instead? Oh, never mind. D-Door's level 3. I'm wrong. Maybe it's level 4 for wizards, and that's why I misremembered it? Alright. We take magic missile immunity. We take... Stench. And we take... I guess we start going into Soul Eater. Or we can just start taking more firepower. I mean, because this is just defensive stats, right? Yeah. Firepower it is. And we are off to the tree. Oh, do I have that on... Do I have a feather on me? Didn't grab it out of the bank. I have a trinket swap at level 7. I've got a blue raptor feather out of... what is it? Isle of Dread. And I have an augment or 2 in it, and made it into just a very generic, solid defensive item. It's got like sheltering and saves on it. So it's usually a pretty big defensive upgrade when I grab it. Of course, I don't know why I care about it that much, because I also have a very similar level 8 item, which is the trinket out of Temple of Elemental Evil, which likewise I have a sheltering gem in. And that one has the added bonus as it's one of the items that gives you resists. So +5 to all elemental resists is very handy at low levels.
Yet some form of corruption has gripped its roots, slowly twisting and transforming. These root
We do
tunnels
this,
are full of
we do
life,
this, we
yet
do this.
something seems off. A sense of unease hangs in the air. Time to find the source of the corruption then asked to stop. An ugly red magic barrier blocks the way down to the
Eldritch Blasting is so nice for taking those out.
red light fills the root tunnels, draining away the life from them. The barrier flickers out as the first orb is destroyed.
And we'll wait for the Fear Reaper to come to us.
The second orb shatters. That sense of unease you felt fades a little. The barrier collapses when the third
Why are the guys not spawning?
lifting the sense of dread from this area.
Do they not spawn until the guys out here die and, like, this Twig Blight is fighting the Fear Reaper?
You expect there are more orbs.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that this group's spawn was tied to the previous group dying. Good to know. When trying to go fast goes wrong and actually slows you down. You tried to skip something that was actually required. Double famine spawn. However, it has been an hour since we were forced to restart to a different game because the previous one crashed on us. So it is time once again for our health and wellness / ad break. So once an hour we take about a 3-minute break because Twitch wants to run ads. So we take this opportunity to not play the game. So stand up, drink, stretch, do all that stuff that is not staring at screens for a couple minutes, just so we can take a little bit better care of ourselves. I'll see everyone in 3 minutes, and we will finish out Feywild. Alrighty then. We have returned. I hope everyone had a good break. It is time to continue the Feywild. I have once again grabbed myself a snack. Because, well, what else am I going to do? Not snack? That'd be just crazy talk. You know, they haven't done it to me in a while, but I used to be really worried about these dudes. Because they would hit you with the, oh. Gonna have to turn off Eldritch Blast to take care of that. But they'd hit you with, like, Splinter Bolt for 1 billion damage. There we go.
Passes through the tree's roots as the last orb in the northwest
Ooh,
tunnel
okay.
shatters.
We got rubber banded a little bit. But it's okay. We're moving forward. Rambling Mound. So I don't know if I just haven't gotten hit with it in a while. Excuse me. Haven't gotten hit with it in a while, or it got nerfed, so I just don't notice it because it only hits like normal damage instead of ridiculous damage. Let's hold still. See if they splinter bolt me for a ton. Not this time, it seems. Alright, I think that's the last set of roots I'm gonna have to break.
With the final ore in the northern root tunnel to resolve, crackling sounds can be heard from the buried.
Alright. Why are we casting Featherfall so much? Even though we don't have to worry about falling anywhere here? The answer may surprise you. Or it may not if you're familiar with some of the Warlock enhancements. We picked up an enhancement that gives us temporary health whenever we get hit with a... Well, technically, anyone who's targeted with one of our buffs is going to get bonus temp health. Which is why you take Featherfall, because it is a very cheap spell that you can hit the whole group with to just toss extra temporary health on everyone. It's very nice.
Corrupting magic pours down the corridor in palpable waves, draining life from the tree.
In this case, I'm giving the temporary health to myself, but, you know, you can give it to a whole group if you'd prefer.
Orion peril. Stop them, Void Fang.
Oh, Void Fang, Hero Soul. There we go.
Single magic word, the Fomorian snaps the barrier.
Now, having Stricken and Consume would probably make this fight faster. However, I don't feel particularly motivated to move a fight from like 15 seconds to 12 seconds. Oh, Cloak of Winter.
You're not powerful enough to stop me from turning this
Mythic 1.
to a gold
Mine is
Here go the blight mass
not Mythic 1.
to the ground.
But mine does have a Sapphire of Accuracy in it, so.
We're so close. So close. The Fomorian
Right, off we go.
all that's left is to
Got 5 more quests here in Feywild.
tree. A deep voice
Alright,
booms through
cast Resist Energy Fire because of these guys. And the Fire Elementals we're going to fight here before too long. You're actually not a fan of the temp health. Why? Or rather, like, because you feel like it should be something else? Because there's really no downside to temp health. Unless it's like opportunity cost of, like, you want something else instead of it. In which case, what would you prefer? You think it's good for weaker tunes. Okay.
A dryad leaps from the tree. Sensing your surprise,
You can have past life, it's not as useful. Yeah. I like it because if you're not Enlightened Spirit, Warlock in general doesn't have good sustain. Like, they don't have any inbuilt sources of healing.
dryad calls for the test to begin.
Now, that said,
Creatures instantly spring to the
after the first couple levels, because Warlock gets a bunch of bonuses to use Magic Device, you can use Heal Scrolls. But because they don't have any other real source of healing, I still find it quite beneficial. So like, by this point you have like 500 HP, an extra 30 isn't going to do much. Now, to your point, you're probably correct that if I didn't use the temporary health at all, I would probably still be living through the quests with very little difficulty.
joins the fray herself.
However, I very much like to have the option to be like, well, I took a bunch of damage. I need to put up some sort of defenses just because.
She makes a gesture.
And honestly, I don't recall there being a lot else that's strong at that level. It's like I could grab a couple spellcraft or something. It's like the T1s here aren't amazing. Just like, alright, we can get spell points, which are useless. We can get a couple spellcraft, which is almost useless. We can get command SLA, which I'm never going to use. You get about the same effect from a Cure Serious from the guild vendor. I'm pretty sure that is just straight up false. At least in Reaper. Because it does scale with charisma. Now, you might just be exaggerating for effect, which is, you know, that's fine. But just like, I'm pretty sure Cure Serious isn't going to hit that hard. In Reaper, at least. You have like 40 to 50? Really? With Reaper debuff. I find that surprising. Cure Serious should only be in like the 20s, maybe. Or maybe I'm mixing them up, and I'm thinking Cure Moderate. That said, I'm a fan of temp health in general, because I like the ability to precast it. But,
Have you come for the hag?
Why did I... For some reason, I was expecting to walk into Needle and a Face Stack here. Like, as I zoned in, and it's just like, wait, why am I in this quest? And it's just like, because this is the quest you zoned into. Face Stack is a completely different place. Also, heal amp. You have 100 heal amp at this level. That's unusually high for like level 6 or 7. I mean, I guess, how many Paladin past lives do I have? Because those are 10 each. No, I've got 3 Paladin past lives. Also, where is she? She should have been following me.
If you like, you could defeat wild beasts out there to gather more lost banners. Then use them to corral
Hi.
towards Scully. She will find true death.
Like, you should be following me.
Fool! You walked right
I should have told him to not help. He ruins this whole thing by not letting her get all the way into the chasm. Alright, I guess we just chase her instead of doing the, you know, more trapping solution. Ugh. Get back here. I wish you could herd her. Like that when she ran away, she would run away from you. Instead of, as you saw there, she ran straight through me to go to wherever her next waypoint that she wanted to run to was. Oh look, a missing note. That's convenient. $60 from past lives. What are the other past lives that give heal amp? Because Pally gives 10 each. Is it some of the Divine Epic past lives? Except I have like all my Epic past lives too. And I'm only at 69. And I have ship buffs. So... Sacred Fist is... Okay. I think I only have one Sacred Fist. So I'm short 10 there. All right. We finally finished chasing her all over the place. All because we forgot to talk to the guy in the beginning and tell him to butt out so that we could properly trap her and just kill her in place instead of having to chase her everywhere. I feel like I need to go grab one of those healing potions just to check. Of course, I'm actually getting even less temp health than that because I only have 2 points in it because that's all I wanted to get to the next tier. Because, as you mentioned, I don't, strictly speaking, need it. I consider it a nice to have. So I'm not prioritizing maxing it out the same way I would if I were, like, on a hardcore server. Like, then, it's like, oh, first life character? Yes. Yes, we will take it. Of course, it's much less useful on a first life character, because the first life character isn't going to have this much charisma at this level either. Oh, I think I know what you mean by your epic past lives. You run the heal amp stance. I run the save stance. Mostly because, well, we're not doing any healing on this character. We only have temp health, not actual healing. So I'm not in that stance. You normally run the primal one for fast healing? Yeah. It's nice. I've run it before, depending on what, like, class I am. In fact, if I weren't running the temp health, I might be running that instead of colors. But because I can buffer enough healing with the temp health, I don't need the healing over time primal. Let's see. It's not there. So for anyone who doesn't know this quest, there are only actually a few places that will actually give you the right chest. All of the fake chests are always there. But the real one's only going to show up occasionally. Ah, here it is. It has like 5 different spawn points. Get webbed. You bitch. You're sitting here at literally 1 health and you interrupt me opening the box.
As you open the chest, a unicorn leaps out. Inside, as you defeat the unicorn, a deer.
Get webbed.
Is that normal? The deer falls.
Oh.
Stirs inside.
That one didn't get webbed.
A blink dog appears. In this natal better they worth the chase.
Damn it. It's like, if you can lock these guys down, it's very easy. If you can't lock them down and they get the chance to run, it can be a giant pain.
The blink dog falls, but something flits out of it. Was that a bat? A bird? Here we go again.
Okay.
The raven is slain.
Proc rate's too low for you? Yeah.
An egg rolls out. Hopefully,
But to me, it's a... Again, most of these are nice to have sort of things. Like, much like your approach to the temp health, it's like, well, I don't need it. I have enough healing, I'm not going to die, so it's useless. That's much the same way that, like, sure, Colors of the Queen has a very low proc rate, but if I don't need the healing from the healing, then some utility is better than the healing, which is useless if I don't need healing at all. So, but you will note that unlike some of the other stances, which are still just like hidden away in places, I do actually have the healing stance out on my bars in case I did want to swap to it mid-quest. So some of them is just like, well, I know I'm never going to use that this life, whereas then the fast healing is right here. I'm just not running it right now because I haven't needed it. Especially in quests where you can zone between places and get like 100 healing just by walking between two zones.
You hear its excited voice up ahead.
Aha! Adventurers in my way.
How about a game of skill?
The little dragon
Ready!
We're gonna play hide and tag. So first, you close your eyes. No peeking. And count to 10.
Of course, the other bit of utility with the temp health is, as I mentioned, with Featherfall, that it's a group thing. Like, when you're running with someone with lower lives, you can be like, haha, temp health for you. So it's convenient in that way. But yeah, a lot of these are just like nice to have or convenience or preference based things. As long as I have enough survivability, more survivability doesn't help, so I go with colors. But we're choosing different forms of survivability, and pretty sure they're both working for us, so we both got that going for us, which is nice.
The little dragon jumps up and down.
What fun! Thanks for being so very entertaining.
With Fearsom's precious needle in hand, you prepare to offer him a bargain he can't refuse.
All right. 2 left. Okay, so where are we going? We're going this way to Locket, which is possibly my least favorite Feywild quest. Just because I really dislike crowd control effects. And being constantly underwater is basically being under the constant weak crowd control effect. Plus all of the extra slows that these guys do. Your least favorite is Needle. Really? Needle isn't bad when you know where the chests are. But it can also be bad if you don't have any crowd control for the Raven and you have to chase it all over the place. Like, that can definitely be frustrating. Oh, you play a lot of melee? Yep, that explains it. It can be a massive, massive pain. Although I think you can trip it? I'm not 100% sure. As you saw, web I know works. And I'm pretty sure there are other forms of crowd control that also work. But yeah, if you're playing a lot of melee, that makes a world of sense there. It's just like, things that suck on melee, chasing around the Raven, or the dog for that matter, and other things that suck as melee. Let's see, defending the second seer in Madstone Crater. Like, there are some things that are just melee was not made for. Half the game? There's a decent amount of stuff that's just like run up to group and cleave. And melee is quite good at that.
A group of Kelpies rushes in to block the path.
But I will say that, to your point, any sort of crowd control, and as I mentioned, I have a hearty dislike for crowd control, does tend to hit melee harder than ranged. Actually, I take that back. That depends on matchup. Like, because melee getting, like, slowed down when they're meleeing something else, well, it doesn't matter. We're already sitting here punching each other, it doesn't matter. But, you know, in a ranged versus melee matchup, it sucks on both sides. If you are melee trying to fight ranged, and they are slowing you, it's awful. If you're ranged trying to kite melee, and they are slowing you, it's awful. Always some big room with lots of archers? Yeah. Yeah, archers can be problematic in that way. And they do start early with the mobs that don't necessarily run away, but do like weird movement things. Like, we're starting like even like in the harbor with the kobolds that do their little like backflip jump thing. It's just like, ah, come on. I'd rather be ranged versus group melee than a melee versus a group of ranged. So here I am operating under the assumption that if the melee gets to the ranged is likely to just straight up die because they're not as durable. And that's ignoring the whole, we'll say, lag issue that oftentimes if you're ranged and stuff gets next to you, suddenly your arrows start disappearing and not hitting anything at all. So there are definite problems with getting swarmed as ranged. Now, a lot of those go away if you're like inquisitive and you have shoot first. Like, they just get close, you kind of just like jump and shoot an AoE at your feet and they all die. But that's more of a specific solution. You just sit still, press AoE, everything die. Now, I've played mostly Inquisitive, so I am aware that they have strong AoE. I recall playing a bunch of other ranged builds that, well, didn't. Now, that might have changed, like, they might have changed a couple things. But trying to play longbow and be like, haha, I'm going to scatter shot. It's just like, no, not useful.
But first, I hope to teach you about
I mean, I was going to say or something like Thrower, which doesn't get AoE until epics, but then again, you can't really count balance of Thrower and heroics for anything. Why would you ever play bow? Because big number. Number so big. But yes, I'm aware that bow has not been strong for quite some time.
Fearsom's voice floats in the air, coming from everywhere.
Alright, what do we have? Perfume, painting, or mirror.
with a feast for the senses. Once you and your fellows are ready,
Mirror.
onto the table. But be aware, you'll be shut in until you've learned your lesson. Or
Guess what? I have magic missile immunity now. Right on time for this quest. Because those guys would have probably hurt if I did not have magic missile immunity.
Door slams open, and the Fomorian walks out into the chamber. Finally, holy ladron for supper, he shouts. You collected a watchword and killed the hungry Fomorian. Now you are free to leave the Hall of Objects with a new understanding of Hearsom's ideals. A curious door glimmers into view. Even curiouser.
You can see 1,000 for finding the place, another 1,000 for talking to him.
Keep your eye out for it as you
It's an efficient XP little side quest. Assuming that you actually see and get into it when it spawns. If you don't get it there, there's another opportunity in a later room that's got some harpies in it.
But she tells you about the deals she made with Hearsum.
You think it's just that
She and her herd
basically ranged is more flexible? Yeah, I can see that.
pillaging and ruling the land.
There are occasions where melee just needs to pull out a ranged weapon and hit the guys up on the ledges. Whereas ranged, well, you can still shoot stuff that's next to you. Sometimes not well, sometimes it just doesn't work properly.
Hearsum's voice drifts into your ears like a far-off strain of music.
We're just gonna bind playing the fiddle to 1. Because we've got nothing else on our bars. Which is just wild considering we were Arcane Trickster last life, and it's just like, how many spells do I want to bind for my rotation? Like 7? More? Whereas here I'm just like, left mouse button. We're gonna left mouse button. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna left mouse button at him harder. That's right. Get left clicked. It's like, what spells do I have bound? I have web. I have web bound, but because it's a crowd control spell that gets used occasionally and like set up beforehand, it's not on a primary bind. It's like, no. I don't need to like bind web to like button 1. That is excessive. I am not casting web that much. But I'm not casting anything that much, except for left mouse button. Get outskilled. My button shall defeat them all. Let's put a feather falling here, just in case. Sometimes it gives you just that fraction of a second that if you step off, you can turn back towards and grab the ledge. You know, it was only recently that I discovered that you can just break that glass. I had been playing the fiddle to break it for years. But you don't need to play the fiddle to break it, you can just shoot it. Which I suppose is the ranged solution to everything. It's like, well, I mean, I could do that, or I could just shoot it. Alright, and back we go.
The red signal crystal on the wall lights up when you pull this lever.
So that's the signal crystal. So we're good to go to get the watchword. Why am I getting battle music? There shouldn't be anything there. All the way down. Alright. Shall we do the bypass? I guess we will. It doesn't matter in this difficulty for me, but it's worthwhile to show it off. If you're at high difficulty. Oh look, I'm Plague Reaper. You don't want to fight this group. You just simply don't go up the stairs. You come over here instead. And then they don't spawn. So yeah. You can skip a group that way. It's not usually relevant, because, let's be honest, as far as difficulty goes, Feywild isn't really cutting edge these days. But, if you're just trying to run it under level, or under geared, or just generally weaker, it's still a little trick that works. Alright, we need Passionate. Nature. Say. Passionate. Nature. I am glad that I did not misspell passionate. I thought I might.
Creaks open, revealing the path to the roof. You can confront Hearsum at last. You step out onto the roof of Duskfall Overlook. The arena appears.
Congratulations are in order.
Fearsome says.
You've made it this far, but I have just one tiny lesson left. All you see before you is an illusion. Mementos of what the Feywild is now. And what I so destroyed.
Two familiar figures shimmer into view. Illusory versions of Lord Orion, Prince of Frost.
These two forms.
Running all over the place. Calm yourself.
Strike down these so-called friends of yours.
Oh, I didn't even know they could both be active at the same time. I'm so used to bursting down the first one. He's gonna go active for, yep, just a moment. And he's gone again. Ooh, Carnage Reaper. And bears. Why does it always have to be bears? Do. Hooray! Success!
Ice and snow. Gleaming walls of the room dim, then fade away. Fearsome whistles and applause as he appears.
Bravo! I hadn't imagined you'd be so ruthless. I wonder how your little lord could you function with you, knowing how easily you betray.
He shrugs.
Alright, and that's Feywild cleared.
Before you can leave, a cold, commanding voice peals out.
What have you done? We had a deal, Hissam.
Let us see. We want to do other stuff tonight. I'm gonna say no. I think we're good. Like, the next thing we're gonna hit is gonna be Three Barrel Cove. But I'm not gonna budget enough time to do all of Three Barrel Cove. So I think we're at a good stopping point, so we're just gonna call it for the night. Despite the fact that it says that stream's only been up for a little under 2 hours, we did have an issue where the previous game we were trying to play decided that it wanted to freeze the computer, and I had to restart by hitting the power button. So the stream had to restart. So we just went to some DDO to finish out. So Darkstone gets in the naughty bucket, and it gets to stay there and not get played. It was interesting while we were doing it. It had a weird, like, kind of 3D adventure thing going on, Diablo style-ish, but a little bit jank, and then a lot of bit jank as it decided to consume all of my system resources. So, that said, let's go to what we potentially have coming up for the rest of the week. So, we did DDO on Sunday. We did System Shock 2 yesterday, which, you know, now that I think about it, I should have probably gone back to try to... I was going to say finish that up, but I don't think I would actually be able to finish it. So, let's go here. Let's go... there. Okay. Alright. So, what do we have? We want to go to 1999. So we've got Tyrion 2000, which I'm probably not going to spend a whole stream on, so we might not get to. We did System Shock 2 yesterday. We did Darkstone today until it crashed on us, which means probably not streaming tomorrow, but Thursday there's a good chance we'll do either Age of Empires or Outcast. So that's what we've got coming up for 1999. Next week, of course, next week will be the year 2000. A lot of good stuff came out in the year 2000. There's Deus Ex. There's Metal Gear Solid. There's Homeworld Emergence. And there's Tony Hawk. And the reason I say is because I need to get back to trying to figure out how to get it to work. Because Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is like abandonware stuff. So you need to like do hacky things to get it to work. And it could be a little rough. I haven't managed it so far. So we might not get to it. And yeah, there's also American McGee's Alice, which I might also need to do hacky things to work. That's more of a cult classic, which is, I kind of want to do that. Like, I definitely want to do Homeworld just because it was very unique for its time and fairly unique still in that it's a space game that actually has 3D movement. Like, it is a space, like, tactical, like, strategical sort of game where it's like, you want to move your units around? Do you want to move them? Can't just move them like here to here to here to here to here. You can move them from here to here. You can have a formation, like a claw formation. Like, are we going to set up our guys in like an arc to surround them? No. We're doing full 3D arc to surround them. So, and that's really all I know about it. I've never played it before, but I'm just aware of it by reputation. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out. Deus Ex needs almost no introduction. It is just super well known, and I've never played it before. Metal Gear Solid, again, same thing, super well known. I've personally never played it before. I have played I have played this a little bit before, but I've played none of these before, so next week is going to be stacked. Later on this week, though, it'll probably be either Age of Empires or Outcast. So yeah. That will do it for stream tonight. Thank you everyone who is here, who either joined in when we switched over to DDO, so I popped up in DDO, where most people who know me for streaming know me for. Or if you somehow were here in the beginning and you lasted through the stream restarting, double props to you. I don't think I'm going to look for a raid tonight. I don't see a ton of people here, and it's late and I don't want to bother. And that makes me bad at this, but it is what it is. We will accept being bad for right now. That said, thank you everyone for being here, hanging out, chatting, lurking, doing all the above. Just spending your time with me is a lovely vote of confidence because there are many, many places you could be on the internet. So thank you for choosing me for your entertainment for the evening. We already went over what we're doing later this week. Blah, 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 call to action, blah, 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 like, comment, subscribe, follow, etc., etc., etc. Thank you very much, and good